Hey guys, this is Agent Lozen, and today I'm bringing you the winning tips and tricks to Super Metroid on Super Nintendo Entertainment System. If you want to raise your high score, beat your friends, or take your game to the next level, then you've come to the right place. Samus Aran is a bounty hunter famous for tangling with intergalactic space pirates and a dangerous race of aliens known as Metroid. In this adventure, she'll revisit planet Zebes and face its perils once more. Prepare your body for a complex world packed full of secrets. On the topic of aliens, the default control scheme has always felt foreign to me. Most SNES games have Y shoot and B jump, so I like to change the controller settings to reflect that. While we're here, take a look at the rest of the controller functions. Make a note of how to dash, select and cancel items, and how to angle your weapon. Samus's recap of the story will get you caught up if you're new to the Metroid series. There's no way to skip this, so get comfortable. The Ceres station is fairly relaxed. You'll have to learn how to jump and fire your arm cannon to get through here. You don't have any items you can select right now, but you can play with dashing and angling your arm. It might seem like they're throwing you into the deep end with this boss fight, but you're not in any true danger. When your health falls below 30, the boss will escape and you'll have to flee Ceres station from the way you came. Get some use out of your dash here. Planet Zebes is where the game really starts. The training wheels are off now, so stay frosty. The path to the right is blocked, so go left when you land. The doors on Ceres Station open automatically, but on Zebes, they need to be shot open. Follow the path, there's only one way to go. Blue doors only need to be shot open, but pink doors require a little more elbow grease that we just don't have yet. Ride the elevator down. If you've played NES Metroid before, you'll recognize this place as the start of the game. The Morph Ball power-up to the left and the missiles to the right will open up new places for Samus to explore. Use missiles to open pink doors. You'll need to rough them up a bit before they cooperate. 5 missiles ought to do the trick. Once you find the second missile container, go back the way you came. Zebes has come to life, and now you have enemies to contend with. This early flavor of Space Pirate dies with a single shot. You'll find meaner ones later on. The pink door from earlier leads to a room where Samus can download a map of the area. You've already visited pink areas, but blue areas you haven't. White dots indicate the location of helpful items. The map isn't complete yet, so if you see a place floating all on its own, you'll have to explore around there yourself. If you want to see the map again, press start. Save your game in the S room before you move on. Morph Ball down this way. If your missiles or health aren't completely full, kill these bugs for items. Take the bomb upgrade from the statue. The door seals behind you and you'll have to fight a boss. Stay at close range and angle your weapon at his chest. He hates missiles, so use them if you have them. Samus has collected several items to augment her suit with. You can view what you have by bringing up the map screen and then pressing R. This should give you an idea of your progress so far. If you don't like the effect of an item, or you just want to screw around with Samus's capabilities, you can disable and enable items here. The map hints at the direction you should go next. Roll into a Morph Ball and bomb this wall to get started on the right path. This energy tank is the game's way of congratulating you for beating the first boss. Energy tanks greatly expand Samus's health pool, and there are a lot of them hidden in the game. You'll be at a huge advantage if you know their locations. This game rewards players who know its secrets. You can kill green space pirates with a single missile. They usually drop missiles to compensate you for any that you use. The pink door here leads to a very special place. The statue room shows the status of the game's major bosses. As you defeat them, their crystals will be extinguished. When the time comes, this statue room will lead you to the final area of the game. Follow the path to the end and take the elevator down. We're leaving the starting zone of Criteria and going to the game's second area, Brinstar. The first room on the left contains a passage that leads to the map room. Brinstar demands more exploration than Criteria did, and having it mapped out goes a long way. Samus isn't equipped to pass through this room yet, but the missile container is your trophy for trying. Nearby there's also a save room and a missile refill room, but what we're really looking for is this pretty pink passageway. Bomb the wall halfway through here and continue out the other side. Head up. Take advantage of this hidden save room and continue to the right. Fight the hanging plant boss by firing missiles into its open mouth. You can hurry the fight along if you manage to sink 2 at a time. Hide in your morph ball state while the mouth is closed, and destroy falling pollen if you need health or missiles. Defeat the hanging plant, and follow the path to find super missiles. Super missiles have the explosive power of 5 regular missiles, and can open green doors. Finding them is more uncommon though. Return to the tall, wide room by destroying the super missile block. The map indicates several more items nearby, but most of it you can't reach yet. Head down and find this missile container. Bomb the odd corner nearby and collect the charge beam. You can now fire charge shots from your arm cannon. Foes that are immune to standard shots react differently to charged ones. Continue through the green door. I said earlier that Super Metroid rewards players that know its secrets, and I meant that on levels you may not be aware yet if this is your first time through the game. There's a secret through this pipe up above, but it's almost impossible to reach. Almost. There's a hidden wall jump mechanic that makes jumping to this pipe possible at this point in the game. Do a somersault jump and touch the wall, then push the opposite direction on the D-pad and jump immediately afterwards. At first it's very hard to do, and all there is to find is a missile container. What this part represents is the initiation trial for the Metroid Pro Club. If you were able to get this missile container, you're in the club now too. After you pass the gate of no return, you can't come back through here until you've beaten this game's next area. If you've been following along with this video, then you're already prepared for what lies beyond. Proceed down the shaft here. If the clinger bug grabs you, equip your missiles and fire a single shot upwards. At the bottom of the shaft, head right. Just like in every game ever, water is very aggravating to tread through. The next room contains another test for the Metroid Pro Club. Shoot the cracked block above the entrance and wall jump up to reach an item that breaks the game's intended sequence. When you reach the elevator room, you have the option to go down to the game's next area. The developers intend for you to do this, but your map hints that you're not done in Brinstar yet. Destroy the super missile block in the wall to reveal a hidden path that leads to Super Metroid's first big boss.
Kept you waiting, huh?
If you're practiced enough at the wall jump, you can reach the boss out of sequence and save yourself a lot of time. Otherwise, head down the elevator to Norfair. Don't get too comfortable, we're not staying long. You can explore a little bit, but Samus can't bear the heat of Norfair. She's going to need a little help. Fall to the bottom of the shaft and go through the pink door. Get the energy tank and fall through the floor to find the high jump boots. This upgrade is what makes reaching both the Spazer Beam and the boss possible without wall jumps. Go back up the elevator and shoot through the super missile block. Bomb the corner across from the locked door. In the next room, there's a save room hidden to the right. Proceed ahead by shooting through the cracked floor. Follow the path to the end and destroy the door guard with missiles. When you're fighting Kraid, go for the eyes. Firing missiles into his mouth is the best way to win. He's a growing boy. Kraid gets real tall in Phase 2. I bet he's on the basketball team. Jump to the platforms and keep shooting for the mouth. Now Samus has the Varia suit. The Varia suit looks cooler and allows you to explore hot rooms.
Power up!
If you ever feel nostalgic for the old yellow look, just disable Varia from the item screen. Don't leave Kraid's lair without visiting this room. Let all of the Clinger bugs grab you, and then fire a missile upwards. There's a hidden energy tank that will increase your energy capacity even further. Return down the elevator back to Norfair. You can pass through the hot rooms now. Use the save room that's just off of the green bubble room. The green bubble room represents a crossroads for Samus. There are several items very close that are required for Samus to advance in the game. To get them in the way the programmers had in mind, you'll have to spend a lot of time completing a big loop through Norfair first. Alternatively, the room layout can be exploited with wall jumps to perform a very helpful sequence break. I've said it before, but wall jumping requires a lot of practice to get working reliably. If it's not working for you, then keep watching, because I'll show you the intended long way around. Bomb your way through the pipework in the green bubble room. Use the bottom blue door. Follow the path. You'll come through this little vertical shaft room way later in the game. Keep going right for now. The pink door you reach leads to an important progression item that you need to get. It can be picked up now with wall jumps, but without them, we'll have to come back for it later. Remember this place? The sequence break I mentioned earlier leads us here. Go through the green door on the right and use the hidden ceiling path. When you get to the door at the end of the downsloping road, shoot upwards for a missile container. Now we have the speed booster. Hold the dash button and run to activate it. Backtrack through the pipe room, but this time, use the left door for a shortcut back to the beginning of Norfair. We can pass through the gate room just left of the elevator with the speed booster now. When you reach the vertical industrial looking room, morph ball through the opening where the firebugs are crawling through. Here's the ice beam. It's another essential item for progressing through the game. You can now freeze enemies and use them as platforms. Finish circling around the ice beam room and head back to the Norfair elevator. Backtrack through Brinstar. If you didn't get the spacer beam way earlier, you can do it now. Freeze your way up through the long vertical shaft. You couldn't jump high enough to reach here earlier, but now you can, so keep going. When you reach this side of the orange door, shoot downwards and go through the green door. This room contains your first power bomb. Select it and then drop it like a normal morph ball bomb. Power bombs can also open orange doors like we saw earlier. Go through the green door left of the nearby save room. Walk to the end and lay a power bomb. Drop through the plant for a second power bomb container. You're gonna love this next part. Backtrack all the way to Norfair again. Quit whining, you entitled millennials. We backtracked in the 90s and we liked it. You can open the map room below the elevator now. Otherwise, speed boost through the gate room like we did earlier. This time, we can pass through the floor with the power bombs. Speed boost through this long tunnel, and when you reach the end, find the save room by the thorny plants just above you. Afterwards, drop through the bottom door. The Crocomire boss can only be damaged when he opens his mouth. Every direct mouth hit taken forces him backwards. The more damage you do per open mouth opportunity, the more he steps back when he takes damage. When Crocomire burns up in the lava, follow the air bubbles back to the left of the room. He'll do you a scare. Now continue left. We'll come back to this room in just a second. Drop through the blue door here and fall down into this pit to find another blue door at the bottom. Drop a power bomb as soon as you enter. Samus can clear away these blocks to form a runway. Activate the speed boost and jump at the peak of the ramp to clear this large room. The grappling beam lets Samus grapple to all those cross blocks you've seen earlier in Norfair. Use it to leave this room from the top and make your way back to the pit room we saw earlier. We're going to be using this thing all over the place. The grapple beam hooks onto these grey rocket turtles as well as the cross blocks. Grapple across here for another power bomb container. In the Crocomire room, grapple across the lava pit for an energy tank.
Wow!
Heading back up and to the right is a shortcut to the green bubble room. Follow the path just like before. Return to where the pink door was. Use the grapple beam to get across the spiky pit and claim the wave beam. Your shots are more powerful now, and they can penetrate walls. Gates with blue locks will open when you shoot through them. The last item we need from Norfair is in the green bubble room. Grapple across the pit to reach the green door on the left side of the room. You might want to clear out any enemies before you try this, though. You'll find a missile container, but there's more to it if you dig a little deeper. Collect the reserve tank at the end of the room. Reserve tanks can store extra energy for Samus and can heal her if her primary energy runs out. We are done with Norfair. For now. We'll need to come back later, but let's return to the surface for a breather. It took a while, but Norfair gave us several really important progression items. Samus now has to face the trials of the wrecked ship on the surface. The rest of the journey is up to you. Just look up a map or something, there are really good ones online. But that's up to you. This was kind of a long video, so thanks for hanging around until the end. I kind of feel like it brought us closer together. I was thinking, do you wanna, subscribe to my channel? You don't have to. I bet everyone is asking you to subscribe to their channels too. Why would you ever want to subscribe to mine? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Notice me, senpai.